into this kind of classroom. Ms. Martin is amazing. I knew that the moment I walked in this classroom, but also I knew that you guys are all amazing as well. So my name is Jazz.
Hi, Jazz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and I'm Dee Dee.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi. Nice to meet you guys.
So here's a big surprise for you. We're not really here to teach you about bullying and bullying behavior, because something tells me you already know, right? Who doesn't know about bullying? I mean, who doesn't know what it is, right? You all know that, so we're not going to state the obvious.
In third grade, there were a lot of bullies.
There are a lot of bullies. So you guys all came from the third grade. You're learners from the third grade and you're entering the fourth grade. So you have that experience already. The best training ground to learn bullying is in the third grade. Believe it or not, that's where you learn to kind of say some bad things about one another. Kind of segregate yourself from people you don't like. You distance yourself from people you don't like. You do all those things. And it doesn't feel good if you're the one that isn't brought into the group, right?
Yeah. You're not included.
If you're not included, it doesn't feel good. So you say when the school is over, when class is over, and you got summer, you're so glad it's summer. Not because you want to go to the amusement park, but because that trauma is over. You're gonna feel a little better over summer. But then come August, when it's time to get ready to come back to school, what happens? It starts right back up again. What's your name? Aaron, a little louder. It starts right back up again.
Starts right back up with grade.
So whenever someone says something that you also identify with and maybe you agree with, we want you to say 2 words, and they're gonna be the same word. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Say it again, Aaron.
It starts right back up again.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So that's how we're going to communicate today. When someone says something and we know what they're saying and we identify with it, and maybe it's happened to us or we've seen it happen to someone else, we're going to say what?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to do a really, really brief introduction, then we're going to ask you a question. So my name is Jazz. I am the founder and the board president of this wonderful organization, FSP Against Bullying. Look at this young man right here. Did you see him? Did you see him just real briefly? He was just like you. He was a little kid, and he was my little kid. And when he was in the third grade, he was terribly bullied. And I was really, really tormented by that. I would come to the school, and I'd talk with the teachers and the principals, and I wanted to figure out what's going on. My kid is being bullied. Why is this happening? But that's my son, and his name is Trevor. And he is the visionary behind this organization. Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, that's very sweet.
It's the person that has a thought that says, I really have a great idea, and I want to share it with a lot of people. So he worked in Japan, and so we'll talk about that a little bit later. So the videos you see behind you, it illustrates some of the programs that we manage and the organizations we work with around bullying. These are classrooms that we've been in all over the place, hundreds, even thousands of children and learners that we've actually spoken with about this. But more importantly, we're learning from them, because we get to take what you say back so that we can get it right and we can best help you. So Dee Dee's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the exercises we're going to get involved in. But we have a really, really big question associated with this is the month of October. What's the question, Dee Dee?
Do you know what month this is?
October.
What's special about October?
What's special?
It's Halloween.
Let's start with you. What's
your
special
name?
about October? And say your name and what's special about October. You forget what? It's okay. It's okay. Wait, you were next. What's your name? What do you think?
But it's with the color pink. Yeah.
It's with the color pink.
I don't know how to
That's-
get that.
Okay, you're there, you're almost there. It is an awareness month with the color pink. What's the awareness? Cancer awareness. That's one of them. That's one of them. And you were next.
No, I don't know anything.
Okay.
How about you? What's your name?
Breast cancer. It is breast cancer awareness month, but it's also a lot of other awarenesses this month. Anybody else know? Miss Martin.
I know it's the week of respect.
It is the week of respect for the West End Elementary School. Is it the week of respect for all schools? West End Elementary School has their own week of respect. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Breast cancer awareness. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
What else is it?
It's
Halloween?
heart disease awareness.
Is it heart disease awareness? I think we should be aware of that 365. Yes, yes.
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 Anything else we should be aware of this month? Should we help you out?
Yes.
It is National Bullying Prevention Month. National Bullying Prevention Month. So a lot of things happen in the month of October, including National Bullying Prevention Month. But there's also something very special that also happens in the month of October, and it may be related to someone in this classroom. I don't know who it is. Anybody got a birthday this month? Yes, yes.
Yes,
What's your name? Aiden?
Aiden.
Happy birthday, Aiden. Anyone else have a birthday this month? Okay, so you're gonna do some really awesome stuff with Aiden this month, right? Awesome. You're gonna have a birthday party for Aiden?
I went to it.
You went to it already? Yes, yes.
Yes.
Celebrating birthdays. That's pretty awesome.
Oh.
So Dee Dee's got a couple of things she's gonna share with you.
Okay, so we're going to have fun today, and we're going to get you guys interactive in thinking about ways that we can stop bullying and why we actually bully. You ever get your feelings hurt or not want to tell why something happened, and you want to know why that happened? Why do people bully? Why do you think people bully? Let's see. Right there in the back. What's your name? Me. The young lady right next to you.
My name's Nelly.
Nelly. Okay. Why do you think that people bully?
Because they might have not had a very good life.
They may not have had a very good life. Okay, that's a reason.
That's the reason.
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Jamal, well, my brother's bullied me a lot.
Your brother.
I've had a lot of experience with it, and it's mostly because of attention.
Okay. He wants attention, so your brother is bullying you? Okay. So, when you experience that, is there someone you can talk to about it?
My mom, my dad, grandma.
Does it stop?
So, it's every once in a while.
Oh, every once in a while. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. This young lady? Yes.
My brother, he's a teenager. He's actually 14. He has actually got bullied, and I actually stand up for him for being a little sister. Because a lot of people bully him because of his his height. I mean, he is tall, but he's shorter than other people in 8th grade, and they bully him for how tall and short he is.
Okay. So, what's your name again? Jamal. Jamal talked about being bullied, so by his brother. Is that physical bullying? Is it verbal bullying? Is he sending messages to you through your phone? What kind of bullying is that? It's physical bullying. And your name again? Shibli. And you talked about your brother being bullied. You know what kind of bullying it is? Is it physical bullying? Is someone hitting him,
Is it
punching him?
verbal bullying? Like
Is it calling him names? Is it
Calling
verbal?
names.
No, so it's verbal bullying. Okay? I'm sorry, speak up, I can't hear. Maybe the person that's bullying her brother is someone that was being bullied.
That's possible.
That's a possibility. I'm loving all these hands.
That's you. What's your name? Piper.
Maybe because we're like angry, so they could be bullied so angry.
Because they're angry. Yes, yes.
Yes.
All
They could
right.
be angry at you, so they're calling you names and stuff.
Okay. You see a lot of hands. We're gonna take a couple more and then we're gonna move on because we got some exercises for you.
Okay. And you. What do you do? What's your name?
And I think they were bullied because they want people to laugh at them or they want attention.
They want people to laugh at them or they want attention. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
When I was in kindergarten, I actually got bullied by her brother.
My brother?
Yeah, but in after care, I don't know why he did that.
Mm.
And also, he told the teacher on me for going to the bathroom. Who does that?
Okay, so
That's just so.
what's your name again?
Matthew.
Matthew. So Matthew brought up a good point. Because her brother tattled because he went to the bathroom. Is that bullying?
And I asked, what's the big
Is that bullying?
No.
Who said no?
deal? And also, he called me a lot.
Okay, let's see what they're going to the bathroom. Is that bullying? Someone said no.
Right here.
Why is that not bullying?
What's your name? Do you think that's bullying?
If someone tells because you went to the bathroom, you believe that's bullying? Okay, so now let's talk about what bullying really is. What bullying really is. Dee Dee, help us out. What really is
So
bullying?
bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior that happens repeatedly. So you can get into a fight one time and it not be considered bullying. But if it happens consistently, over and over and over again, when you feel like you don't have a break, that's bullying.
Okay, and if someone's calling you names over and over and over again, and you don't say anything, you don't ask them to stop, is that bullying? The room is divided.
So who says it's bullying?
Let's see your hand. Who
Let's
says
raise
it's
our
bullying?
hands.
Who says it's not? I guess the rest says it's not, and you're absolutely correct. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
And the reason it's not because you never asked them to stop. You didn't tell them that that was unwanted behavior. You have to say, this behavior is unwanted. Stop. You're making me feel bad. That's not nice. You have to say something. You have to let the person know that that aggressive behavior is unwanted. Otherwise, they think it's joking around. How many times has someone bullied you, and I felt like bullying to you, and they say in their defense, I was just joking. I was just kidding around. I'm just playing. I didn't mean it. Most of the time, that's what the bully says, or the person that's exhibiting that behavior is most of the time. Isn't that what they say? I didn't know.
You're
it
being
bothered you.
sensitive.
You're being sensitive.
You're
That's just how we play.
And that's literally every bully's defense is no one bullies.
I'm gonna share a really, really, real quick story with you. I lived in London, England for 6 years. And my colleagues, my co-workers teased me, picked on me, called me names, a lot. In their culture, it was considered building toughness, toughening me up to work with my British colleagues. I felt it was bullying. They did not, because culturally, this is just how they did. It was like an initiation to get into a fraternity or a sorority. And it made me feel sick inside. I didn't want to go to work. But because oftentimes It is a normal behavior, and until I say something, they don't know it's not normal for me. They don't know it's unwelcome behavior.
Okay. So you have the power to use your voice. And that's something, and even when I was your age, I wasn't aware of. I have a condition called cerebral palsy. And so I walk a little different than most people, and sometimes I trip and fall. And it was just normal for someone to say, you know, trippy or give me a nickname, and I would laugh it off and think, oh, it's okay, but I was really hurting. But because I never said anything, and it just kept getting worse and worse. So this is your time to really say, no, stop that, use your voice. Your voice has power. Yes, yes?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So now we're going to show you how your voice really has more power than your eyes. Who thinks that their voice has more power or your eyes have more power? Who said? Okay, let's just see a show of hands. Is your voice more power than, like, if you look at someone and stare them down and give them a mad face and you have this expression on your face? Who says that the expression on your face has a lot more power than your voice? Okay, let's see a show of hands who says the voice has the most power. The voice has the most power. We're going to show you how to use it. So if I look at you and I say, what's your name? Jamal. Leave me alone. Are you going to stop? Are you going to stop picking on me because I crossed my arms and I gave you this mad face? That's not going to stop you either. So come here, Jamal. I want to show you something. Sit on the floor, Jamal. Come in a little closer. Turn around. Turn your back to me. Jamal.
Yep.
When you call me names, you say please.
So I put and that.
Thank you. The power of just the voice. He had no idea we were going to do that. When I looked him in his face, I crossed my arms, and I gave him this mad look, and I asked him to stop calling me names. He said, no, that's not going to stop me. Because at that point, it's aggression to aggression. But when we were back to back, all he heard was my voice. He didn't see my face, he didn't see my arms crossed. My face was still mad. My arms were, but my voice is all he heard. And he exhibited one thing when he heard my voice. I think you might know what that one thing is. It begins with an E. My voice helped him exhibit what?
I heard it.
It's an expression. Well,
Somebody said it, I heard it.
I heard it.
Aggression?
No, it wasn't aggression. What did he exhibit when he heard my voice?
Aggravated.
He wasn't aggravated. He apologized. There's an emotion. What emotion was that? It begins with an E. Let me help you. It is called empathy.
I have no idea what that is.
But you saw it in play. He empathized with how I felt just through my voice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
So we're going to do a bit of that. We're going to have you to do a bit of that. Has anyone ever said something that made you feel uncomfortable, that made you feel like, oh, I don't want to sit next to that person. Oh, she's always picking on me. I don't like the way she's looking at me. It makes me feel uncomfortable. And it doesn't have to be the person you're going to demonstrate it with. But you're going to have an opportunity to do very much what we did. We're going to pair you off, and you'll have an opportunity to demonstrate that. And you can, in your mind, think about, well, this is my brother that's picking on me, that I'm saying this to. I need to say one thing that bothers me, one thing that, and tell that other person how it makes you feel. And we're going to allow that other person to respond. And they may not apologize. They may say, I don't know what you're talking about. And just by using their voice, they're going to have an opportunity to say something to you. And it doesn't have to be how you make them feel bad, it could be how you make them feel good. For example, Dee Dee, when I'm working with you, I feel more confident because I know if I miss something, you're going to say something.
Wow. Jazz, when I'm working with you, I feel empowered and confident because I know you can do it.
Wow. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
I heard everything she said and I also felt it. Okay? Do we have 2 volunteers? All right. Who would you like to communicate with? You can pick anyone you want. Aaron, okay, let's go. And what's your name? All right, beautiful. You're gonna stand right here. You don't have to sit down. You can stand and go back to back the way Dee Dee and I did. Thank you for participating. You're gonna go back to back. And you're going to say to Aaron, what do you like to say? And you're going to tell Aaron how it makes you feel. It can be something good, it can be something that doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't have to be about Aaron, it could be about your day, it could be about an experience you had at home or on vacation. Anything you'd like to share. You think, I'm sorry? A good friend. Aaron, I think you're a good friend. And how does that make you feel? And it makes you feel good. Aaron, how do you respond to that? How does what Alina said to you make you feel? So Amina, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel good. Aaron, you're a good friend. And I feel good about that. And Aaron, hearing that, says it makes
Him feel good.
makes him feel good. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. Is there anything that doesn't make you feel good you want to share with Aaron? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Awesome. Who do we have next?
Okay.
And who, you gotta pick your partner. Who would you like to communicate with?
Anybody in the room?
Jamal.
Jamal. Okay. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. You can be as honest as you want to
Be
be.
very honest.
Okay.
Now, you can say something that doesn't make you feel good. You can speak on something that makes you feel good. Say what it is and how it makes you feel. So we want to know how it makes you feel.
Jamal, you make me feel. You make me feel.
Take your time. Is it an activity? Is it something we've done together?
Jamal, you make me feel unmad when I'm mad.
You make me feel unmad when I'm mad. And how does that make you feel when you're unmad?
It makes me feel great.
makes you feel great, because you know I'm feeling mad. Do you know some people like being mad? But if you get mad, you can turn to Jamal and he kind of changes that for you.
Yes.
How does he do that?
He just talks to me about it. I don't know how he does it. He just says
Oh, okay. Future business leader of America, Jamal. How does it make you feel to hear that? It makes you feel happy because he's no longer mad. So you're helping him change some of those emotions. He's helping him change some of those emotions. So this is a little different, what we're doing here, than you expected. Thought we were going to talk about something different, didn't you? But we're talking about communicating, how we communicate with each other and help them feel. So I just want you two to stay there for 1 minute. What if Jamal saw someone bullying Aaron? Jamal, what happens or would happen? Or do you think, how would you respond to that if you saw someone bullying Aaron?
I would walk up and say, that's not right. No bully.
You would,
Don't say something.
you would speak to the bully. Is there anything else you would do?
Don't bully him. Keep your words to yourself. If you want to say nice things, say it. If you don't have any nice words to say,
Can everyone hear him?
Yes.
Turn around and speak to your peer learners here. Tell them what you just said.
I said if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say it at all. Keep your words to yourself if you have anything to say.
Okay. But we also know that that's typically not where it stops. What could possibly happen after Aaron and Jamal say what they have to say to protect their friends? What could possibly happen?
As soon as they turn their backs on the bully.
Express that to your classmates. Tell them what you just said. That was really good.
I said, soon as Aaron and Jamal turn their backs on me, I don't care. Just keep
Okay. Does that happen a lot? Thank you very much. Yes, yes.
Yes.
So let's talk about what happens when the bully persists, continues to bully. Thank you so much, gentlemen. So, now we want to know what you know. We talked about the friendship and how friends help each other out when they're experiencing bullying. Now the bully says, I don't care, I'm going to continue to behave.
So what do you do after that?
Let's see another hand. You got, yes? You tell the teacher? Okay, so you would tell your teacher? And what does the teacher do? Or what do you expect the teacher to do once you inform them that someone's continuing to bully you? Give you what, I'm sorry?
Give them a consequence?
Give them a consequence. What's that consequence look like here at West End Memorial Elementary School? What does that consequence look like? Detention? Okay, and detention could be one of them. What else? What's suspension? That could be a consequence. Yes?
In our class, we have this thing called the cool down. So in put your hands out and talk about how you did love that was great.
Okay, so the cool down space.
And at the end, then the person called.
Okay, so who do we thank for that? Miss Martin, yes, yes.
Yes.
What else?
Recess with the teacher.
Recess with the teacher. Recess with the teacher. What if recess with Miss Martin is fun? If recess with Miss Martin is fun, I'm gonna keep bullying because I get one-on-one with Miss Martin and she is the coolest teacher ever. I know if I keep bullying, I get to spend one-on-one with Miss Martin. Why would someone wanna do that?
Because they probably feel lonely.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Because they probably feel lonely. So is recess with Miss Martin a reward?
No.
It could be if you're feeling lonely. It could be if you're feeling lonely. So Miss Martin has the responsibility to do what? No,
Well, to give you.
to communicate with her learner, to figure out, why am I seeing you so often?
And make that student feel safe.
Makes the student feel safe and understand it's also the student's responsibility to respect their peers,
What's here?
their fellow students,
Oh.
okay? To respect their fellow students. So she has a great opportunity to try to figure out, why is it always you and me here in this classroom? So she has she's a lot of tools to help her understand that and to address that problem. She has a lot of tools available to her to do that. Guess how come I know? Because just like you did your homework before we came here, we did our homework. And we were very pleased with what we found out about the West End Memorial Elementary School. We found out that there is a bullying policy and procedure that is on your what?
Calendar. Oh.
Where is it?
So when we're walking down the hall and there's only four.
The reminders up and down the hall. There are visual reminders up and down the hall for you.
There is.
There sure is. Every place we looked. I wanted to move in. I walked into this school, I go like, I want to go back to elementary school, and I have several degrees already. I want to go back to elementary school.
You guys have awesome policies.
The policies, the visual that the school provides for you when you walk into the door, you know this is a safe place. The climate feels good. Feel like I'm in Miami on the beach.
What's my
Miami, Florida, on the beach, Hawaii. It feels like that when I walk in, the sun is out. The school is designed in a very wonderful way. You just don't know it, but it is. It's designed in a fantastic way. So those are the things when you come here, you know, wow, this is a good place to be. But what if when you leave and you're going someplace, it doesn't feel good, and it's dark, and it's hurtful, and it causes you pain? And you would imagine you're here. Oh, that was beautiful. I would close my eyes and I would imagine that I'm still here.
And Liam, did you raise your hand?
Yes, thinking of things that makes you happy. And we also saw that exercise in this classroom with your meditation time that you spend with Miss Martin. That's really awesome. So let's go back to the policies. Now, you have some visual reminders about what you should and shouldn't do, but what about the people who take care of you every day? How do they know? Where do they get that information from? When the teacher puts it in the binder. Now, let me tell you what happened. When my son would come home from school and he had his backpack and there were notes stuffed down in there and they were all tattered, I would pull them out. This is the truth. My son's in the 3rd grade. I'd pull them out. Oh, it's not for me. I'd skim it real fast, throw it aside. So it's only until he came home and said, I'm being picked on, I'm being bullied. And then I'm leafing around and trying to look for the information. And I couldn't find any information that helped me help my son. And this is before things were so readily available on the internet. I had a hard time navigating those deep waters. I was like this fish out of water on land. And I didn't know where to go to find information to help. And guess what? Then the teacher didn't know where to go either. There were no solid policies and procedures that were in writing. If you misbehaved, you were immediately suspended. If you get suspended and go home for 3 days, is that a bad thing?
Yes.
You get to go home and play on your game station for 3 days and do no schoolwork?
But then for the 3 days, you have 3 days of work.
Right.
But
But sometimes those 3 days, they feel like vacation, right? So you're probably gonna get a little motivated to do the wrong thing. So me as a parent, I appreciate that not only that are you constantly getting these reminders, but it's also on their website. The bullying procedures and policy is on the West End Memorial Elementary School's website. It's a lot of pages. It's a lot of information. So we're gonna help the school make sure that information is consolidated and it makes it into the hands of your parents and your guardians, aunts and uncles, whoever is responsible for taking care of you, so they know how to help you if you're in trouble.
Now we're going to learn about the T.H.I.N.K program. And that is an acronym for when we say something to someone. Is it thoughtful? Is it true? Is it
Helpful?
Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Or is it kind? And these are things that you want to think about, okay, when you speak to someone. Like what I could do is I can come up to, let's see, let's pick a different student this time. I can go up to, let's see, who wants to participate? Okay, what's your name? What's your name? You. Mia. So I can go up to Mia and I could say, Mia, I don't like your glasses. Right? Now does Mia wear glasses?
Yes.
It's true. But what I said, how I said it, was it helpful?
No.
No, it wasn't helpful at all. Was it? Exactly, but that's what bullying is. We feel like we can invade someone else's space. So we have to learn how to communicate and how to speak to each other. So someone can come up to me and say, Dee, you have cerebral palsy. And they could, you know, when I was younger, they would like crack their legs and they could do that. But it's how you say it. Is it true? Yes, I have cerebral palsy. Is it helpful? Not to me because I'm hurt. Is it inspiring? No. Is it necessary for them to invade my space? Definitely not. And is it kind? No. But if someone changes their subtext in the way they say it, and they say, do you have cerebral palsy? It's true. Is it helpful? Yes, because they don't know what that is. And so by them talking and communicating with me, it's fine. And is it inspiring? Yes, because you get to know what the other person does and what makes them different. So if they have different things about them culturally or things that we might not understand, it can be inspiring. Is it necessary to ask these questions? Yes, because that's how we find out more about each other. And is it kind? You can be kind and ask questions and be open to that. And so that's what we want to think about when bullying. So I'm going to ask some of you to have some volunteers.